EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The defense with a statement on the game's first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll look to throw. This one complete. It's Jalen McMillan. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 38 yards. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the ground, it's Irving. Man, look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll go again here with Irving. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Back to throw. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. He works free, right side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, New Orleans. The extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. And the Saints will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. First and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at at the 5-yard line. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa. That touchdown, number 11 on the year. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This will be taken in at the 2. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. Now they'll set up to throw. Now he'll air one out. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Here's a first carry for their running back. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes third down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Bucs have it. One of those exciting moments in a football game. There is a turnover and a fumble, and all of a sudden the guys who were on defense, they're starting to think like offensive players, Greg. They really wanted to take that back the other way.
And I think for that offense, they're fortunate that didn't lead to a touchdown, because for a minute, I thought the defender was going to take it all the way back, but either way, winds up with a pretty nice return, and his offense is in great position. All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He'll drop to throw. A pass pulled in by Irving. To the pylon, he's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers. That his second touchdown of the game. Numbers 11 and 12 on the season.
Next to score, Buccaneers 14, Saints 7.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This placed in the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Drive will start on the ground. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 29-yard line.
He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. That is caught! And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. So after 1, the Bucs have the early lead. More from New Orleans after this. Now a give on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here as they get it at their own 4.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set. Menu narration option is set to off.
But in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
On the handoff, it's Irving. And so much for being backed up, he takes this beyond the 25-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This one intercepted. Picked off by Kool-Aid McKinstry. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's to the left side. Caught by McMillan. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. A gain there of 11. It's a first down for Tampa Bay. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. On gain of 12. First down, Tampa Bay.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That is caught. What a throw. Jalen McMillan. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. McLaughlin now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. They'll return this from the 11. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed. And the Buccaneers will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
They bring the tight end in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time the team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Now, faking the give. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
On third down, it's Irving. He's got the first down. They'll bring him down at the 28. The sticks will move. First down picked up on the ground. Right back to Irving. Finding space at the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark. Inside the 10-yard line. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it first and goal. Now this time they'll look to throw. And this one is caught, but the momentum, that'll take him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Could not get himself turned upfield.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Third and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. Officially, a 29-yard attempt. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers going to extend their lead. It's now 24-14.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
From the 6, here comes a return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. They'll stick with him again. A big play there on second down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. Back to the ground after the penalty. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second. Talk things over before third down. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
To return, it is Turpin. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. That one incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. Here's first and 10. Now a shot here, deep middle. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in, because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. The Buccaneers forced to use their third and final timeout. Clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. Throwing now on 3rd and long. Open man left side. He's got it. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. To the air now on 1st and 10. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And the rush is going to get there. He'll go down. They were taking a big risk, going for it in their own territory. It will not pay off. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this 1st down.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. And for the 3rd time in this 1st half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this 1st half will come to an end. All right, Coach, 2nd half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. 3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Not much on the return. They'll stop them at the 17. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Quickly to the outside and complete.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he is going to have the Saints first down, I do believe. Gets it by about a yard on 3rd and 3.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
They'll stay on the ground. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Back to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he's in. Touchdown Saints.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be at a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll find McMillan here. And that changes things. Out of bounds inside the 40. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 41 yards. They run on the jet sweep, and he tries to get to the edge, but cannot do it. Good job by the defense. No gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal. That's a gain of 28. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A throw right side. Going to be taken in by McMillan. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Tampa. The tight end using the middle of the field. I got a tight end next to me who's caught 60 NFL touchdowns, knows how to operate down in those spaces.
And that was my favorite place to operate, Mike. I always had this rule. The closer you got to the middle of the field, the worse they got at defending the pass. So that's where I wanted to work, and that's where this guy was working and leads himself to a touchdown.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. A short one taken at the 10. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
The 33-yard line.
That is caught at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. On first down, here's Irving. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10. Throwing now from the gun. A pass pulled in by Irving.
It's a great example of just the range that this linebacker has to be able to not only react quick enough to realize that running back was a threat to the flat, but to be able to have the speed to get there and bring him down for no gain.
A pickup there of 13. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Now, faking the give. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. The defense comes up with the big play. And the pick six changes all the momentum. New leader in this one with that touchdown.
Mike, this is one of those plays at the end they're going to look back on and say that play changed the game. Not only do you create the turnover, you take it back the other way, and now you find yourself with the lead here in the second half.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. On the return, here's Turpin. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. A give, this is Irving, and that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. They'll run with Irving. And he'll weave his way down close to that first down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be third down and short. got to go here. It's fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the Buccaneers first down as they get 4 on 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a fourth down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Now this time they'll look to throw. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard. And it's 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Irvin. Oh! And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Open man down the field is Turpin. He is in. Devontae Turpin. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Now a give up the middle, and they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Second down, 8 for the first down. They'll run. They're going to work this down inside the 45.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
A ball deep for the end zone. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
So I still think there's plenty of time if they can get within shot of the end zone that they can go for a touchdown and try to win this thing in regulation. You always have a field goal try in your back pocket to at least tie the game and force overtime.
So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts, and the clock will stop with 45 seconds left in the game. Here's second down. They'll stick to the ground. And that will get them back on schedule. Good pickup of 7, sets up 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Another carry for the running back. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Oh, the stadium clock says 0, but the one on your screen is the one that matters, and the officials say, yes, it's a timeout. They got it with 1 second left to go, and a field goal try is coming that could send us to overtime. This one is good. So, overtime coming up, not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets 1 possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. 4 quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. And he's got it at the 1. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a shocking finish here in overtime. This game is over.